Hello everyone and welcome back to cabinceramics, inspiring your journey with clay. Today's video is all about using templates for hand building. I'm going to show you how to make this lovely vase using this template. Now this is going to be available for you to download at my website, which is cabinceramics.co.uk, and I will put a link in the description below. When I first started out with my journey with clay, if I was making a vessel, I just used to use a ruler and I'd measure something out to make a vessel, but then once I'd made it, I'd be like, oh, how did I make that? What measurements did I use? So then I started to use card to make my templates, but as you can see, this all goes a little bit floppy, so that doesn't really work very well. What I moved to was using craft foam. Now I get this from Hobbycraft. It costs about £1 for this big sheet, but you can get them on Amazon as well, but they are perfect for making templates. These are examples of my work, all using templates. For this one's a tea light holder. I've used this template here. So this template is 30 centimetres by 9 centimetres. It fits really nice around here, it's nice and snug. I know if I use this template, I can make lots of these that are completely all the same size. I've also used this template for this piece of work. Obviously it looks very different. This one's got some texture in, and this one is hand painted with underglaze. That's one of my favourite ones. I love that one. I use it all the time. This one here is a little bit different because look at the shape on that. That's quite unusual. But if I want to make this again, then I'm going to use a template. For this one, I just got a pair of scissors, just started cutting out. And then as you can see, look, how good is that? And then I can just keep making lots of these using this template. You can use templates for all hand building, whatever you want to make, whether it's a vase, a vessel. Oh yeah, just an A4 sheet. This looks so nice if you just want to make some really lovely tall vessels. Just a simple shape like that. And again, you could cut into this, you could do a wavy pattern. So using templates is great. Once you've got them, all you need to do is just write on what it is and write the measurements down. Simple. So let's make a start on making this lovely vase using the template that you can download from my website. I've rolled out a piece of clay and I'm using porcelain grog. Now you can use stoneware. So you're going to need a rubber kidney tool to compress the clay. The template, first of all, I'm just going to smooth this clay out. So I can go quite thin with my clay, and that's probably about 5mm in thickness. So once it's been rolled out, just compress the clay. So this is going to make it all nice and smooth. For some reason I always end up with black hair in my clay from my cat. I mean, she doesn't even come in here, but cats get everywhere. Cat hair gets everywhere. I'm going to turn this over. Smooth out this bit as well. That's looking really smooth now. So using the template, place this on here, and then I'm going to use cookie cutter for the base. This one should measure 7 centimeters, but interestingly it doesn't quite measure 7, it's more like 6.8, 6.9, but this is the size that you will want for this template. So taking a clay knife, you want to cut at a 45-degree angle. Oops. Just hold the craft foam in place. You don't want to press down too hard. And then let's do the top bit. Let's do the top. Okay. Okay, let's get rid of that mark. Ah, that is a little bit of pen that I've used on the template. Get a little bit of water. Sponge that off. That is not good. For the base, I'm gonna add my stamp. So there's the base. Get that clay out of the way. So with my offcuts of clay, I sometimes make jewellery places. Let's peel this away very gently. Not quite cut there, so let's cut that in a little bit more. And there we have it. Let's add my logo. Cabinceramics. How cute is that? Cute. Cute, cute, cute. We need to get some texture into here. So I'm going to use some of this sea lavender that I get from a local florist. So I'm going to compress the clay again to make everything a little bit smooth. And I'm just going to run my finger down the side just to smooth everything out. So I want to get some nice texture pieces in here. Make sure, whatever you do, if you are pressing any flour into your clay, don't put it right at the end because that could cut the clay and you'll end up with a tear, I'm afraid. So I usually make them a bit higher, it's about here. So I'm just going to gently press. I'm going to put some here. So all I'm doing is just with my fingertips, just pressing the sea lavender into the vessel. Now I also like the little bits that come off because they look quite nice on the vase. Just using your fingertip, just slightly press. I love making these, they're really sweet. If you do make this vessel, will you please send me some pictures because I'd love to see what everyone is making. It's important to me because as a ceramic artist, sometimes it's really hard to find classes, and I know that ceramics has become popular now, but with time, people haven't got time to go to classes. But you might want to be doing some clay work at home, or you might already be an established ceramicist or potter just looking for different ideas. But if you do make this vessel, please, I'd really like you to send me some pictures. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel and also check me out on Instagram because I'm under cabinceramics. I think that's quite nice. I don't know if I want to bob something in else here. I'm just gonna maybe just do one there. Yeah, I think that'll look nice. So what I'm doing is patting this down to get the texture into the clay. I'm not going to use a rolling pin. I am going to use a rolling pin. I'm just very gently, just slightly just roll that across. You need to be really gentle though. Okay, I usually get flowers out, all this sea lavender, usually with a pair of tweezers. I haven't brought any into the cabin, so I should be able to just pick these out. Yay, look at that. Don't worry about the little bits that are just on here. They'll brush away once the piece is at greenware stage. You'll be able to wipe them away, or you can leave them. Sometimes I just put them into the kiln with the flowers on. It's fine, it doesn't cause any problems. So that is quite nice texture. I'm going to press that in a little bit more. So once you've got to this stage, you need to slip and score the base and start to hand build. Now this clay isn't quite leather hard yet, so I'll probably set it aside for another I'd say 30 minutes before I hand build this. So I'll leave this to, so what I usually do is I will leave this to go leather hard and then I'll hand build. And then sometimes, depending on what I feel like, I will use Amaco velvet underglaze at greenware stage. So that is before it goes in the kiln for a bisque firing. So I love this lavender colour, it's really nice. So I'll use this colour to get this lovely sea lavender colour, and I will use the light green for the stems. Okay, so we're gonna score and slip. Just gonna add some slip. So this is from the same clay body, so this is my porcelain grog. And what you do is just tear up pieces of clay and add some water, and then that becomes a slip. So now it is time for the exciting part. Getting this up here. Okay. What I usually do is just hold it into position first. So I just tend to just round it a little bit first before I actually put it onto the base. I'm just starting to pull it in a little bit. I will also, whilst I'm doing this, just slip and score inside. So I'm probably going to go this way. So I'll just hold it like that. So let's slip and score inside here, because obviously this is where we're going to join the piece. Now I like to overlap my pieces, that's just what I prefer to do. So I like to just stand it up first, just like that. So I'm just going to get the base. I'm going to add some more slip. Okay, let's build this vessel. Okay, I'm just going to put it on the outer edge. Push that all the way around. So I've got that over there. Let's push that in a little bit more. I'm going to overlap this piece. Oops. And then I'm going to slip and score inside here, because it's going to wrap around. So you need to do this as quickly as you can, because clay remembers where it's been, especially porcelain. Use a brush, get a load of slip on there. Let's do the same around this area. A little bit of slip and score. Again, really quickly. Okay, I'm going to just add a little bit more slip. Okay, so this is all looking good. So then we're just going to push the two pieces together, and you can just use your thumb to just push that around, and then just press that all the way down. Press. So I'm going to use my fingers to just press inside. So just using two fingers, just press, and then try and get your hand inside if you can. I know it's so difficult on these slim vases to do this, but just keep pushing your finger down. Okay. This is looking nice. I'm just going to use my fingers to go inside and press. So just slight pressing. We just want this to join together well. So I'm just using my finger and my hand just to pat down the seam. This is just a wooden sculpting tool. I'm just going to use this nice round edge here. So I'm going to go inside. I'm just going to push up. I'm also going to use this edge just to wipe round the bottom. And I'm going to give this a little wiggle on the board just to make sure, I just need to make sure everything is joining well, which it is, to make sure everything is sealed. So that is it. That is how you make a vase from this template. So go and download it. I'll put a link in the description below. I think this has turned out really well. What I'll do is I'll wait for it to dry a little bit more, and then I'll get a damp sponge. I'll just wipe the top and tidy up the bottom. I'll let it dry for a week, and then it'll go in for a bisque firing. Haven't decided yet when to add the colour. Like I said, for this one I used Amico Velvet Underglaze Lavender. I also used their light green. I hope you've enjoyed the video on using templates. If you have, send me some messages. Don't forget to check out my website, which is cabinceramics.co.uk. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe.